Michael Ritchie.
And I'm Cody May.
And this is the Colorado Author Interview Circle. And today we are with Quincy J. Allen. What's the J stand for?
I made it up.
Justify.
No, actually, it's a lot of things, actually. It's like my name means that there's a lot of, I've gone by now a lot of
You have
names
several
in my life.
J's?
Yeah.
Middle name? Okay.
You
What's
got
your favorite middle
John,
name?
Justin, and Jake.
Okay.
So that's...
Oh,
that's,
Jake Lassiter.
And then you've also got just in case.
Just in case.
Oh.
That is not a coincidence. Well, it sort of is, but it sounds good now.
But then there's no J in your newest novella, Voices of the Wind.
No, there isn't. No, Billy and William.
Billy and William.
Yeah, father and son.
Father and son. Well, Quincy J. Allen, you are a independent publisher. You're
Yes.
a writer.
Yes.
You're a book formatter.
Yes.
You're a god, warrior, poet, king.
Well,
Wait,
the
that
poet
was
part,
like
not so
three.
much.
No, you have a book of your poetry.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You are a poet.
Did you read it?
It's on my list.
Yes, well, it's okay. Then by the time you're done this, you'll
Shuffle
read
it down
that
to the
poet
bottom.
part. Yeah, that's the
Like,
bottom
he's
of the
not
stack.
a poet.
Put that at the end.
Poet,
That
warrior,
was,
king.
that was a lot of I'm 26 and still angry with my father and God. Poetry,
And God.
really.
Oh, it's fun to hate God.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's really, you work through things that way.
Well, it's okay. So you have Chemical Burn.
Yes,
Which
Crazy.
is available on Amazon.
it is. Amazon and Kobo and Smashwords.
And this is through Roonwright Publishing, which is your
It
publishing
is.
company.
Yes, that's all me. Although, hopefully this year, it's not going to be all me, it's going to be Wordfire.
Oh, really? Are you merging with Wordfire?
I am not merging, but actually, Peter Wax, their chief editor, is doing an edit actually on that. And then I'm told, well, the proof will be in the pudding, but I'm told that actually that's going to be in their catalog, hopefully by the end of the year.
Oh,
Which
good.
is actually pretty cool.
Well, tell me about, because the background in Chemical Burn is kind of a what-if story, right?
Hold on.
Yeah, oh,
A one-sentence log line to try to capture this.
Pitch me. We're in the elevator.
One
I'm Hollywood.
sentence.
Let me have my
Come on.
sunglasses.
All right,
Come
My
on.
babe.
all right. An alien ex-government assassin starts a detective agency in Los Angeles to find redemption through retribution.
Redemption through retribution.
Yeah, he's a one-man slaughterhouse.
That all sounded so abstract, but it's totally true.
Yeah, it's pretty much Jason Bourne meets James Bond meets Fletch meets Blade.
Meats.
Wait, actually, I'm leaving one out. Also, Eddie Murphy from Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh,
It's got all of those elements,
okay.
all in one guy with a mohawk, coincidentally.
Coincidentally. You have a mohawk.
So I'm told.
Mind blown.
Everything's connected.
There's a lot going on in there.
Yeah.
So Roonwright, but through Roonwright, you published the Penny Dread Tales.
Yes,
Steampunk.
Which are steampunk stories.
short stories, correct.
And really, can I say this? It's kind of the anthology for AnomalyCon.
It is, although this year, because I'm a hack, well, it's because I was too busy, I'm not going to make
He's
an
also a
AnomalyCon
hack.
with Penny Dread 4. That's my fault. But it's going to be out by June. We're going to make Denver Comic Con. So
September
4 will be-
Comic Con,
4 will be out.
Penny Dread Tales 4.
Yes. So help me,
So help you, Jesus.
whatever you, yeah.
We'll use Jesus.
That
Because
works.
Jesus cares.
He's a nice guy, yeah, he does.
Jesus is just right by me. All right. So which do you like better? Editing, being the editor for the Penny Dread Tales, and I have a story in number 3. You should
Yeah, and
totally
it's a really
read
good one. It's been nominated for was it Hugo, Nebula? Actually, it was mentioned for the Bram Stoker Award too. So I don't know if that's going to happen there, but it's a great story.
This
I'm
is
still
news to
trying
me, and
convince you.
I'm trying to breathe.
He's like,
Yeah.
what?
It's not about me. It's about Quincy.
But no,
What do you think
that's
about
a
me?
great freaking story. It really is, and I want to write the screenplay.
It's not that good.
It's a secret history of Jack the Ripper,
Yeah.
as it relates to player pianos. They are
Awesome.
connected.
The visuals are fantastic. It really is. It's a gorgeous story.
But enough about me.
Sorry.
Yeah, anyway, Quincy.
So editor or writer, if you had to choose,
Writer.
But you feel more powerful as an editor.
do you feel more powerful?
You get to put your finger down.
I'll tell you the one thing, because it's a lot of work, and I mean, the Penny Dreads are not bestsellers, but the best part, absolutely hands down, the best part is when you get to write somebody and say,
Yeah.
I want to buy your story, and I've gotten the stuff I've gotten back. It's like, you get weepy. It's so cool to because I mean I know what that feels like.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
I want your stuff. Oh my God, I'm making it, and when you get to dish that out, it's pretty cool actually. So I liked that part. The rest of the work I didn't mind, but it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It is. Those are all about over 100,000 words.
And they're really
long
the
for
best.
anthologies.
They're the best. It's the best steampunk anthology I've read.
Thank you.
I've read some, and there's
Can
no.
I quote you and put that on the cover?
Yeah,
Well,
there's
then let's do that because I can change the
But
cover.
he's an author.
No.
in
A lot of the anthologies I've read, the steampunk, it's just there's no stories. It's just gears and steam.
Yes,
Which is
and
cool,
blimps.
but yeah.
And
Blimps and
goggles.
goggles.
And they're like, where's the story?
There's a lot of depth in here. I mean, Sam Knight, he's got a really killer one.
Yeah, Sam Knight
I've been
is good.
fortunate when I was promoting on Duotrip to get stories. I got stuff from all over the world. I was really surprised and pleased. I mean, Peru, China, Japan, the Czech Republic,
Really awful
Saudi
steampunk,
Arabia.
too.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
That's crazy.
Australia, New Zealand, England, Germany. I think Germany. Literally all over the world. And the differences are really, really pretty cool.
How do you think the steampunk genre is doing? You think it's expanding or is kind of staying the same?
I believe it's peaked.
peaked,
I've
yeah.
heard some people.
No. Not yet. I have hundreds of thousands of words.
No more
It's
damn
not going.
rock.
Steampunk is not going away.
Yeah.
I think that it was in a sort of a definition phase.
Sure.
I think what it means now is somewhat solidified. Although we're going to see some deviations. Even I know Kevin Anderson and I think it's Neil Peart.
From
I
Rush.
think, yeah, I think they're working
Clockwork
on a story.
Angels.
Or maybe it's somebody else, but I know Anderson's working on a steampunk novel.
Really?
And there's a lot of people still doing it. It's not gone by any stretch.
Well, it's so weird because the aesthetics of steampunk, it's you can see it from a mile off, but then when you try to explain what it is to people, it's kind of hard.
It's
But
hard.
once they see it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Once
love
you know
steampunk.
it. Once
Yeah.
you know it, you know it.
yeah, it's good.
Sure. So that's the Penny Bread Trails. Okay.
Yes.
Now your latest project. Let's talk a little bit about the warrior aspect. No. I'm just
Well, I haven't
Gladiator.
killed
Do
anybody
you
today.
use the net with the trident, or are you more of like the
No.
gladius with
Shield
the
and a drusus.
drusus?
Drusus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, yeah.
Not sure what a drusus is.
It's the Greek or Roman short
So,
sword.
okay.
Yeah,
Classic,
generally
yeah.
made of bronze with a.
With the studded shield. Okay.
Yeah.
The hammer.
Do you enjoy the bloodletting?
I actually, there's a story I can tell you. It's
Oh my God.
a moment of Viking realization, but
This is a confession of
that's
murder.
a long story.
Okay.
No, yeah.
basically-
There's no statute of limitation on murder.
No. It's just in a nutshell.
Edit that.
I understand why the Vikings did what they did when they were coming across the water and just beating the crap out of Britain. There was a reason for it.
All right, sure.
And it was
Joy of
addictive.
violence.
Yeah.
Sure,
Anyway,
sure.
Oh,
not
sure.
that I've only had 2 fights in my life, so. And,
Two fist fights?
yeah.
Yeah.
Only 2.
I've had hundreds.
Well, you look scrappy though.
You look scrappy. All right, hold on.
Yeah.
So you're a book formatter,
Yes.
and so you will. So people could contact you through RoomWrite
Yes.
and ask for the you do freelance book formatting.
And in
so
fact, people have. So and that's both print design and so the print layout as well as ebooks. I do both. Guaranteed for pretty much every platform: Kobo, iBooks, Smashwords, Kindle. Those are the big ones.
So I wrote my novel in Wingding. Can you help me?
Probably. There might be a middle phase in there, maybe something
that's
transition,
funny.
translation.
Do you enjoy that? It's because that's very kind of right brain. That's very I don't know left brain, right brain. That's
Yeah,
very
actually,
engineering, right?
Kind of, yeah. Well, and I've got an IT background,
Okay.
but it's more. I do enjoy it. I mean, when I'm doing it, you kind of get in the zone, and I've created a bunch of templates to make all this easier and faster for me. In fact, that's one of my projects. By the end of the summer, I'm going to have an ebook and print book on how to do print books and ebooks.
Oh, okay.
With some templates. But
So
I'm
now
not-
people don't need to go to you to.
Well, actually, I'd much rather
People
make a lot of money doing that, so they're doing
Sure,
it themselves,
yeah.
so it's self-service. But I do enjoy it. You kind of get in the zone. I used to be a tester. I was in QA, config release manager, and it's kind of like you're in that same headspace, which is very different from a creative process. The coolest part, though, actually, I'm literally the past couple of days, I'm working on a Pulitzer Prize-winning novel in the book design and ebook design. Alan Drury's Advise and Consent. They're actually going to bring it back essentially from the publishing dead. It's been out of print for a couple of decades. And it was right up until Brown's, with the albino in the movie, what the hell's the name of that book? Dan Brown's, the one that put him on the map.
Da Vinci Code?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Weird
that
book
was
guy, yeah.
the longest
Advise and
running.
Consent.
Advise and Consent had the title before Dan Brown's book took it. It's coming back, and it's going to be a big deal. You're going to see it. I think they're doing a story in the Wall Street News. Going to be hopefully on some of the major networks, the political commentaries. It's going to be a big deal, and it's when they're holding up that book. I didn't design the cover, but I designed the interior, and that's going to be really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, it is. It's
So you're at all of these projects in 5 years. Where are you gonna be?
full-time writing only.
Really?
Yeah, this stuff is a means to an end. And it was, I started at 43 after being in IT, and I pretty much had to give myself a crash course.
You quit your job, didn't you?
Quit is
Wow.
an interesting word.
You separated.
I left the building voluntarily, I guess. They said,
you leave.
thank you, you don't need to show up anymore. And then they handed me a check to get me to go away. And I said,
So we don't need to use
okay.
our-
But you weren't let off in handcuffs.
No, actually. Although
Did security stand while you packed your desk?
there were a couple of people in the corporate office, the 10th floor, who probably were a little worried. So the side story there is when in IT, we were the top floor, 11th floor, glass all around. We had an exercise room with a kickback. And at lunch, this was back when I was in shape, and I used to train a lot. And I would actually kick and punch the bag for about 45 minutes at lunch. And they would get calls from the 9th floor.
Wow. What is
So yeah,
that
what is it? Oh, that's him
Quincy.
Yeah. So so there were some people, the straights, who were a little worried about how I might take him.
That was one of your 2 fist fights that you had.
No, that goes back. Actually, in the 7th grade, I got the crap beat out of me by this little kid, man.
Me too.
He cleaned my clock.
Me too.
Absolutely.
What was his name?
Steve Smith.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Ricky Ray.
Yeah. Well,
Ricky Ray.
my story
Steve
gets better.
Smith and Ricky. That all sounds
Later on,
fake,
Steve
guys.
Smith immolated himself in his dad's basement.
I don't understand that. Suicide by fire? I don't get it. Do you
He did it
get
in his
it?
father's photo lab. I know.
Speaking of Dan Brown,
The kid, I think he had
Oh,
some
yeah.
father issues,
That's
and
what
it breaks my heart, man.
That's unfortunate.
Because he wasn't a bad kid. He wasn't. I think he just had it rough. Anyway,
No, that's okay. So let's talk about
Voices on the Wind.
God, spirituality.
Develop.
Yes.
But not just God, kind of like the universal.
Wait. Sorry.
Wait, hold on.
Don't groom
Let's
me!
stop the interview.
We'll groom later off camera. And there's nothing wrong between men grooming each other.
That's
Okay.
right. It's so manly.
So I've read this book,
Yes.
and
You help critique it.
I gave you my opinion.
Yes.
So what kind of led you to this story?
That actually goes. I first wrote that probably when I was 28 or 9 in an original incarnation. That's like the culmination of that book of poetry. So you're growing up. I'm a what do they call it, a recovering Catholic. This is what my father wanted me to be one,
Yeah.
and I got, call it lost or found after high school, depending on how you look at it. I had a student when I was teaching college, and she wrote this essay on her totem, and it was really beautifully written, and I sort of discovered this. I was seeking something. It filled a void, I guess, and through that process, I ended up doing some research into American Indian spirituality, did some studies in there, and there was a lot of stuff that just made sense to me. I don't consider myself religious or even spiritual per se, but I like some of the elements that come out of that, this notion of the connection to the earth. And interestingly enough, so when that was written, it talks about a divorce and an ex-wife named Sarah. So, set the way back to 13 years later, and I ended up and I wrote that before I met my now ex-wife, and her name was Sarah, and it's all kind of interesting.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird how that all turned out. Yeah. She's still a friend of mine.
There's more in heaven and earth than we can.
Yeah, and that's more of, actually, I think it's a father-son
Yeah, it's more of a
story.
father-son story.
And I think a lot of that had to do, frankly, with me forgiving my dad.
Sure.
And that's where that came from.
Dads are rough, man.
Yeah, he and I did not connect
Really,
per
yeah.
se. Yeah, there was some.
So that was one of your 2 fist fights right there.
No,
No.
no.
Which is good.
I'll get it.
Which is. And so this is available now,
It is.
and you can find it online
Yes, you can
And,
in a number of places.
in a number of places. Was there anything else you got for us?
Let's see here. Yeah.
Okay, God.
next project.
We won't talk about you being God, but how about King?
Well, actually, I prefer Lord Emperor of the Known Universe.
Perfect.
Yeah. See, that has a nice ring.
And
to
I
it.
am
That's
your
another thing to add to the list.
sycophantic
Rolls.
subject.
Yes. Yes.
Tell me more, Quincy. Tell me more. I like Quincy because he's so big and strong.
Yes. Basically, I'm doing the final edit, and I've got an editor picked out for my steampunk novel, Jake Lassiter, Blood Curse. So the cover of Penny Dread 1, that character is now in a full-blown novel.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like him. And then I am actually contracted with Twisted Core Press to write an as yet unwritten, currently outlining novel, military sci-fi with a psionics twist to it and corporate intrigue.
At the gates, storm the gate. What?
Last Stand at the Gates of Eden.
Last Stand at the Gates of Eden,
Yeah, so
which
that's-
sounds like a great.
I'll have that in their hands by June, or I'm in breach of contract.
Yeah, so or I'm in breach of contract.
Better get right in.
Yeah, well, I'm
You have
outlining
nothing
now.
written?
And no, well, actually, I do have some dialogue that ended up in the outline, key scenes. And the outline's not quite done, but it's gonna be.
Yeah, you don't need to sleep.
It's gonna, no, yeah, I got a lot going.
I didn't sleep last night. I know.
Sometimes you
I'm feeling all right.
Yeah, and it doesn't show. No, I'm kidding. Well, thank you so much, Quincy,
My pleasure.
for
Thank you
joining
having me.
us.
Appreciate it.
This has been the Colorado Author Interview Circle. I'm Aaron Michael Ritchie,
And I'm Cody May.
and we'll see you next time. Thanks.